taken because a census would be taken and taxes paid. The road to Bethlehem would require packing clothing, necessities, and food. The journey was nearly 100 miles in length, and it would take a week or more to complete. God, help me prepare this journey. How can I possibly do this? I am afraid. As if these difficulties weren't enough, Mary was great with child, late into her pregnancy. How did Mary and Joseph end up on this journey? Oh God, thank you for sending an angel to me and Joseph. Thank you for my cousin Elizabeth. God, sometimes I feel doubt about what you are doing. The telling of the journey to Bethlehem is told with very few details. The Bible simply tells us they traveled from Nazareth to Bethlehem. Was there a stable of animals? Was there a donkey? Our imagination and stories have added these things. The donkey for Mary to ride. Well, because such a journey on foot, being great with child, would be too difficult, wouldn't it? God, I am so tired. Please help me make this journey. However Mary went, on donkey or on foot, it was a physical ordeal every mother can imagine. Not only a journey of physical agony, Mary and Joseph were on a spiritual and emotional journey too. The fear and anxiety of pregnancy and birth, being away from home. None of us knows what will happen when a child is going to be born. Both Mary and Joseph probably wondered what life would be like. Oh Lord, will I be able to be the mother you mean for me to be? Mary and Joseph had visions from angels, but these angels did not relieve the reality of the journey they were on. It must have been unbelievable for Mary and Joseph. Definitely they would have had moments of doubt. They had been living with the difficulty of their situation, Mary's pregnancy becoming evident, the transformation of her body. Behold, the handmaiden of God. The doubts and reactions of others must have affected them. They were as human as you or I. God, this is difficult. Help me not to worry about what others think. And God, thank you for this journey. The physical journey to Bethlehem was a tangible manifestation of their struggle. The journey most likely took place in the month of September, not December. And as they were nearing Bethlehem, there wasn't an end to their challenges. Many of us have in our minds the story of an innkeeper in a barn or a stable. This is a misnomer as well. More than likely, because there weren't inns as we now know them, Mary and Joseph would have been looking to stay with family. There is no mention of an innkeeper or of a stable in the Bible. The Bible tells us Joseph was headed to his own city. It would have been customary for him to stay with family. The Greek word translated here to the word inn is kataluma, which actually refers to a guest room. There was no room for them in the guest room. Well, it does say she laid him in a manger. There is some evidence that the lowest level of a peasant home during that time would have a room for the animals to be brought into at night. In this room, there would have been built in a stone manger. Now this is a room some time. So it was while they were there, the days were completed for her to be delivered. Whatever the case, Joseph knew he needed a safe place for Mary. Thank you, God. Thank you for Joseph. As it came time for the baby to be born, just as with anyone, there must have been fear and excitement. There must have been joy as they beheld that newborn baby. The shepherds probably came early, but we don't know exactly when. And she brought forth her firstborn son, and wrapped him in swaddling clothes, and laid him in a manger. And as for the wise men coming, there is no specific number given in the Bible, just that there was definitely more than one, and they certainly did not arrive on the evening of his birth. So Mary and Joseph may have just been with this new baby and one another for a while. Because he lives, I can face tomorrow. Because he lives, all fear is gone. Because I know he holds the future, and life is worth living just because he lives. Even taking into account all of these differences, the meaning of the journey is the same. The good news this journey brings is he lives. And even today, however much we long for Christ to be born in us, God's desire and longing for us to be born anew is even stronger. Journey with an open heart to Bethlehem. Journey there seeking Jesus. It is not a journey made only once. It is a journey of a lifetime, a journey of a new beginning, forgiveness of sin, and God's grace and the miracle of Christ in us. Something wonderful happens on the journey to Bethlehem. We meet Jesus.